fitness regime consists of two portions, resistance training as well as endurance training. Our resistance training was part of a program set up by Luke Nielsen of Exercise Advantage, where we're in the gym at least 3 times a week, sometimes 4, and then we try to get out on the bike at least once a week.
We were fortunate enough to be sponsored by Nutrition House, so they donated a lot of supplements for us. So we generally will take omega fatty acids with 1 meal per day. On days where we work out, we'll take a protein shake in the morning and a recovery drink afterwards. On days where we ride, we'll have a recovery drink with us while we're riding.
The terrain we're going to be biking across varies across the country. We're going through all 10 provinces, which means we're going to start in the mountains through BC, go across the flat plains. We're going to then go through northern Ontario, which there's supposed to be lots of hills. We're going through the busiest part of Canada, southern Ontario, and then through the maritime provinces. What I foresee as our biggest challenges is going to vary, I guess, depending on the weather. A lot of people think that the hills in BC are going to be the toughest, but at least with the hill, once you come up, you know you're going to come down. If you go against a strong headwind, whether you're going through the plains or through Ontario, that can be some of the toughest rides.
It's been 5 years since I've seen her face. She's the Holy Ghost lost without a trace, and now we're left with the what ifs. It's been 5 years since she left for LA. She's an angel with a dirty face, and it seems to me she's a casualty of all the pressure that we put on her, and now we lost her for good. It's such a shame, shame, shame that our homecoming queen was a lot like you and a lot like me, and she never walked on water, guess no one really saw her.
I love my granddad. I love my granddad because he was my granddad. You have to love your granddad. I went to school in Ottawa, about an hour and a half away from where he lived. When he was diagnosed with cancer, I decided to start spending every weekend with him. He became my best friend. I learned about who he was as a person, how much we had in common. He was the best storyteller I've ever heard, and when he told his stories, he really took you on his adventures with him. When my granddad passed away in July of 2005, I wanted to do something to honor his life because of how much he'd given back to his community and because he'd showed me how much he loves his family. When I was deciding if I wanted to do the tribute tour, if we were going to bike across Canada, I was reminiscing on my dock with some friends, and I looked down and something caught my eye. And it was this decorative pin. And it was a pin from St. Andrew's College, a school that my granddad had attended. No one knew where this pin had come from, and the backing was still on it. The thing was, I did know. It was a sign from my granddad that he wanted me to take him on one last adventure, as he had taken me so many times through his stories. And I'll be wearing this pin along the ride to give me strength and to take him on one last adventure. And that's kind of where our slogan came from, who are you riding with? For me personally, I'm riding with my granddad, Frank Duff Moores, my best friend, and a typical Canadian.
Surrender my soul. Shed the clothes that become my skin. See a light that burns within my needing. I wish I'd chosen darkness from cold.
I wish I'd screamed out loud instead of found no meaning. I guess it's time